Hey, this is Jeff Rose, soldierofinance.com. Welcome again, everybody. Today I'll be talking about delegation and how to delegate for success. When I first joined the National Guard through basic training and through all my National Guard career, I was always delegated to, meaning that I was the private that was tasked with cleaning the latrines, or otherwise known as the bathrooms, or having to do all the little details that our squad leaders or platoon sergeants, didn't do. And that was just the natural chain of command of how the military worked. So that was a role that I was pretty much accustomed to. Eventually, I became a sergeant for a short time. And then when we got the word that we were going to be deployed, I was called a field promotion. I went from E5 to E6, which was staff sergeant. And that meant that I now became a squad leader. So now I was in charge of 9 other guys. So instead of being delegated to, I now became the delegator. And that was just a whole new concept to me because I was always used to doing it myself. So now having to rely on someone to complete the task and have the faith that they would do so and do so effectively and efficiently, it was just a whole new world for me. And here's the thing in the Army, though, like when you delegate, and I say I have my team leaders, which would have been my sergeants or the other soldiers underneath me, if I delegated a task to them and they didn't do it, then guess what? Not only did they get in trouble, but I was also held accountable because they were my troops. So that took delegating and delegation to a whole new level for me. So when it comes to your finances and trying to get in control of your financial life, you have to be able to delegate the things that you are not capable of doing or you're just not very efficient at. And let me give you an example. Budgeting is one of my vices. I mean, I hate it. And I know in the book I talk about budgeting, and I know in the book I even talk about how much I hate it. It's just not me. And you're probably wondering, Jeff, you're a finance guy. You should like budgeting. Maybe I should, but I mean, I'll just flat out admit I hate budgeting. And prior to my wife, the way that I budgeted or knew how much was in my checking account was by going to the ATM and pulling out 40 bucks and seeing what the balance was. Yes, I know that's horrible. I was young, I was stupid, but that's just the way I did it. Introducing my wife. She budgets almost to the penny. She keeps tabs on our checking account. I mean, she knows what is going on with our finances at every step of the direction. So it was just a natural fit, for me to delegate that portion of our finances to her. One, she likes to do it. And if someone likes to do it and they're efficient at it, then why not let them handle it? For me, I handle more the investment side. I handle our retirement accounts, or IRAs, or college savings accounts, etc. That's my thing. That's what I'm comfortable with. That's what I enjoy doing. So, that's delegated to me. Now, as my kids get older, hopefully there will be things I'll be able to delegate to them to be able to, help out in our lives financially, whether it be chores or just little things, just to kind of help them out and give them some sense of responsibility. So when you look at your life and the things that you're trying to accomplish, if you're not good at something, then, stop kidding yourself. Don't force yourself to do something unless there's no one else to do it. I mean, if there's no one else to delegate to, then somebody's going to have to suck it up. So you can't delegate everything. There are some things you do have to do yourself. But if there's someone in your family that has a knack for whatever that might be, then delegate it to them. Give them the responsibility, let them excel so that they're able to do it. And, as a team, then you'll just be able to function and complete the task, that much more successfully. So don't be afraid to delegate. It actually helps out immensely. In the military, it was always delegation. Whenever we were in Iraq, I would constantly delegate to my team leaders on tasks. And I knew these guys would always come through with me. Now, me being charged with them, that doesn't mean that I would delegate the task and just forget about it. Ever so often, you do have to go back and check and make sure everything is on the up and up. there's always that line of crossing of like micromanaging or just making sure the job gets done. But after a few times of just delegating the task and then checking out to make sure it was done, and after a few times if they come through, then you don't have to watch every single step. But ever so often you might just want to check up just to make sure they know what's going on and just that everyone's on the same page. That ultimately will lead to success. So don't be afraid to delegate. Delegate will help you win. This is Jeff Rose, soldierofinance.com.